Good morning, fam. So this is Chris, Cool Vids, aka Paradox Cycle. Just driving this morning, doing some Lyft, making sure I always have a little bit of extra cash. That's on top of being a family man, doing an eBay business, working a full-time job, and just like everyone, man. I don't say this to kind of make myself look bigger. I just hustle because opportunities come and go, and you never know what could ever be coming. So I got the sun in my face, and there's so much opportunity coming. With that being said, guys, I thought I'd do a video, while I'm waiting for my next ride here, and kind of just talk about just something I kind of had watched this morning. I kind of talked to another person that I've been building a relationship with. He's an influencer out there. And just in this one video, and it was impact theory, just talking about property and inflation, and talking about just what we consider value and money, and pretty much energy and resources put into objects and things. And I've actually studied economics as a hobby for more than a decade, maybe even two, man. And I've always understood the importance of your time and effort, and resources are tangible. And if what are you doing with those things? Are you investing in yourself? Are you growing your skills, your mindset? What is it that you're kind of working towards or accomplishing? So with that being said, all you guys know that I'm into the NFT space. And before that, I got into the crypto space, and even before that, I was dealing with physical collectibles, and it's pretty cool, man. It's been really, really cool. It's been an amazing, interesting journey, and I'm still, of course, continuing. But because there's so many different areas you can go from here. I think with the NFT space, being early as we are, and seeing how right now we're in a winter, especially with the economics and geopolitical things going on in the world, and I won't touch those things, so that's just let other people work on that. When I kind of go out and I'm on many platforms, when I go out and I look at a digital collectible, I look at many different aspects, how it makes me feel. And most people say, whoa, why are you going based upon how you feel? That's a really bad way of kind of putting your resources into things. I don't think that's completely accurate. Feel for me is what I remember about these things. Where does that come from? Where was I at? Nostalgia. And nostalgia is so powerful, because I think as people, we buy with emotion. I've been in sales for a better part of over 2 decades, and it's so important when people make a decision. Logic's, of course, a big part, but most people, really, it's an emotional decision. When they purchase something, sometimes they'll even go above what they normally would have done, just because how does it make them feel? And with collectibles, you look at nostalgia, and the nostalgia takes you to a certain place that other things may not do that. So when I look at these digital collectibles and what I'm able to do with them, recently you guys have seen me maybe doing like little creations with them, little scenes, and it just reminded me like being like a kid, and be able to just put things together and almost like put me back when I was in my preteen years, or even my teen years, man, whatever. You can just play with these things and be in your own imagination, and be able to share that out there is so cool. That in itself, it's its own utility. And I think like a lot of people are just saying, hey, when utility, when minting, when all this other stuff, and I say, you know what, the cool thing is, we're such in a gray area of digital ownership right now. We could take these things and do things with them right now. Get creative, have fun, get out there. I like on some platforms that, and some things are free right now, man. I mean, definitely go out there and check them out. Like I'm on Tops, and a lot of these things right now, other than the time you take to do it, are free, and they're increasing their utility. Like right now, a lot of like their cards are going to 360 turnable. Really cool. That wasn't the case, weeks or months ago. And I see this metadata as being able to be changeable over time. Now, the same thing can be true. It could go away tomorrow. So just be aware of what you're getting into when you go into this kind of stuff. Unlike a physical collectible, which you can hold, have, and put away, these digital collectibles, you can do the same thing too. I'm not taking that away either. But if it's not held in a physical medium, meaning that I have physical holding of this item, and I can pull that metadata like a file on my computer, it's pointing to somewhere else, and that could go away also. That's why I really like the idea of an item that's mintable. An item that's mintable means that I can at least move wherever that token, wherever that direction pointer is, from one place to another, and it says it has my name on it. It says I have digital ownership over this thing, and that's something I really like because, ownership is key in all this. It's one of the reasons why we get up and we pay on a car, we pay on a mortgage, we pay on a lot of different things. Why do we own things? Because that gives us a sense of pride, a sense of security. It gives us a sense of accomplishment. And these digital collectibles, not only owning them and having the nostalgia and that perceived utility, it gives us, I don't even know how to put it more into words, and a lot of people maybe can relate to this. To me, it gives an expanded growth of probability of where we've been, where we are, and where we could be going. And, collect what you love, guys. Bottom line, always collect what you love, because if you're putting money into this, and I put some money into these things on different platforms, and I see value in this. If it goes to zero, I'm okay with that. That's why I'm kind of doing what I do now. I'm driving. So I can have that extra play money and be okay. But in the future, these things may have other uses, may have other, tangibleness to them. And also I see too, like, if you kind of see me online, I have like this NFT that is like an unknown project. It just looked cool to me, and I've pretty much now kept it for almost every profile pic I have. And that's going to lead to something called digital identity. Digital identity is so important in this space because how are you going to be recognized? How are people going to see you? So, giving a little bit about myself, I used to play an online game called EverQuest way back in the day. And I used to play a character, a paladin, and the time had come where you can actually control the colors that you have in your armor and stuff like that in the game. So I spent time and actually got a certain color scheme that was a mixture between like gold, copper, silver. So it was really a different look alloy that no one else had. And people even asked me, well, how'd you get that? And I wouldn't tell them. But you could play with the red, green, blue to make it. To me, that was my identity. And that is so crucial because everyone could know exactly who I was just by the color I was wearing, not by the look, the armor, the character, the name, the color. And they say that because I used to be on what's called a PvP server, player versus player, and sometimes they'd be like a battle of like 100 people, and they say that they could spot me out among all the people easily. Now that's good or bad. People would put a big target on me, and I had different tactics that would work out, and it was really hard to take me out just because I'm weird like that. But going back to the space, guys, that profile pic to me is so crucial. If it goes to something, great. If it doesn't, great. I probably will never sell it. I probably won't, unless I decide to do something else. But the color's unique in the background. It's of a medieval fighting knight. He's got a spear. He's got a Captain America shield. I thought that was freaking cool, man. Could you imagine a knight in medieval times having a Captain America shield. I thought that was pretty badass. So it's like, Conan with the Atlantean. I don't know if you know anything about Conan the Barbarian, but the Atlantean sword in the Barbarian Age. It's kind of like a superpower, man. It's like, you have this thing that you're not supposed to have, and kind of gives you a unique ability. So I just thought it was cool. I just really like the concept of it. So I've used that now, and people will recognize me on whatever platform I'm on with that. And let me lower this a little bit more. And that's pretty much what it's about. And I study a company that's growing bigger and bigger. If you guys follow me online, I talk about them a lot. Animical Brands. And they're really, that's you, if I'm saying his name right. I apologize if I haven't. But he's a co-founder, and he's really advocating digital ownership and digital rights. And that's, to me, so crucial, because if you don't own it, then, like what I've done with a lot of these games in the past and a lot of these things, you invest money, you invest time, and it goes away, poof. And to me, I would have loved to have something I could show my kids, and hey, I have this, and show them my little character, and maybe had a little story, and show them, the little artifacts he had. And I don't have that. I only have my memory and the story I can portray. So I think that as a culture, we really value the different things that we can have, the different things that we can give. Oh, got a request. Cut out there. So yeah, I just picked up a ride, and I'm heading
Turn
right
left
now.
onto Pan American Frontage Road North.
And you're gonna hear the thing talking in the background, so I'm just gonna add on to it. But yeah, guys, digital ownership is key, and going forward, I'm looking for value when I go into these platforms. I'm looking for, what I can get. I'm willing to spend a little bit more on what I really believe in the characters, in the IP that belongs in that. Even if the license is not current, I'm just, feel that, hey, I have a connection with this.
Continue on Pan American Frontage Road North for 1 mile.
Other people will have a connection to it, and go from there. So, with that being said, guys, do your own due diligence, do your own research. We're in an early space. I think a lot more is going to come out of this. It's going to be pretty darn cool. And if you see me out there, hit me up. I always like having a conversation. I always like expanding my my horizons and my mental knowledge and thoughts. And peace, love, and jelly beans, man. This is Paradox Cycle. Chris, also known as Cool Vids. I'm out. Later.